Hey guys, welcome back to Deco. My name's Taylor. I'm a part-time reseller, and today I am going to be asking ChatGPT to make my Poshmark listings. I just tried this out a few days ago, so this is brand new to me, but this has saved me so much listing time, and I really wish that I would have started doing this sooner. I don't know if other resellers have been doing this and I'm just now doing it, but I was so surprised with how much time this saved me. I was able to list so much quicker and so many more listings than average. The first thing that I was doing was taking a photo and then uploading it to ChatGPT. So let's quickly just take a photo of something. So I have this J. Crew Factory woman's like pea coat. I'm gonna quickly take a photo on the Poshmark app, so let me share my screen. I'm gonna go right into sell in the app. This is how I do my listings usually, but we're going to take a photo just like that. And then I always push cancel and it'll save it as a draft in the Poshmark app. So usually I'll go in there later on when I'm like in bed and I'll type everything in, I'll put my keywords, that kind of thing. But today we are gonna put it into ChatGPT. So I'm gonna click on ChatGPT and I'm gonna add photos, and I'm just gonna put a few of these photos in. I'll put the materials tag, the brand name, the size, and then just like a picture of the jacket. I think these 3 photos are good enough for ChatGPT. And I'm gonna ask, I'm gonna say, can you create a Poshmark title and description with, I like bullet points describing the item and a lot of keywords. I'm gonna say, and a keyword section. I think that would be good. Oops. And a keywords section. Because for me to remember all of the keywords, all the aesthetics, and all of the things that people might be typing into the search bar, that's hard for just me to do, but we're gonna have ChatGPT do it because they know a little bit more than I know, it seems. So when it comes to this kind of stuff. And can you give me an estimate of what I should list this for based off your research? Let's see what this says, because I did this a few days ago, just a few times, and I was blown away. So it does take them a second to do this, but they give way more detail in the listings than what I was doing before, and it's way quicker. So this is great. So it says the Poshmark title, J. Crew wool blend camel coat, size 18, classic oversized fit. So I don't agree with the oversized fit. I think that this is more just like a regular size. So we can, I'm gonna go back into drafts and I'm just gonna paste this in here. And I'm gonna say pea coat, because I think that, so sometimes I do have to go in here and do this, but on the ones I was doing the other day, I like rarely had to edit and get rid of that. Okay, so copy, so that's, I always do this. So I'll say gently used, paste, and then let's see the description. Features. Look at these keywords, that's so nice. And then it even gives me a suggested listing price, 75 to 100, originally retailed around 250. So it just gives so much information. So I'm gonna look through this just to make sure it's correct. So brand, J. Crew, I'm gonna say J. Crew Factory. Size 18, camel tan. We can add brown, like I can just go in and like add little things if I want to. Style, oversized, I'm gonna say regular fit. Hidden button closure, that's correct. Side slip pockets, fully lined, mid-thigh to knee length. I would say that's correct. Made in China. And then it even says all of the, I don't have to type out all of the materials, it's already in there. How wonderful is that? And then these keywords, wool blend coat, camel coat, plus size winter coat, all these things. I mean, this is so great. Neutral wardrobe, timeless coat. I'm gonna get rid of this oversized because I don't think it's oversized. So that's it. And then I'm gonna just do women's jackets. Okay, so that's done. Perfect. Next, all right, I'm gonna take a photo of this linen blouse. It says that the brand is called Richard Malcolm, and it says Irish linen on there. Okay, we're gonna go into ChatGPT, and I'm gonna add these photos. Let me get rid of that one. Done. I'm gonna say, can you do the same, but with this item? Let's see what happens. My cat is following me around again. Okay, so this one, I'm just gonna copy all of this. Look at this, this is so wonderful. Copy, and then I'm gonna go to my drafts. I'm gonna paste that. I'm gonna copy this, because this is the title. Paste, and I'm gonna just look over it to make sure I like it. Richard Malcolm 100% Irish linen shirt, size medium, natural beige, lightweight, button up. Let me get rid of these little dashes. Done. And then let's go through the description, make sure it says, it makes sense. Stay cool and classic in this Richard Malcolm 100% Irish linen shirt. A relaxed silhouette, breathable natural fabric, perfect for summer, layering, casual outings, beach vacations, effortlessly polished look. And then I'm gonna quickly look through this to make sure it all makes sense. Unisex vibe, I don't love that. I think it's a woman's shirt. And then we'll go down here, boho, slow fashion, okay, that's good. Minimalist, cottagecore, vacation shirt, beachwear, Irish linen. I'm just gonna write Ireland. Sustainable. Okay, so that, I feel like that's good. Done. Women, tops, button-down shirts, size medium, brand, it was like Richard Malcolm. Cream. 0, and then I can just go to ChatGPT. It says suggested listing price 35 to 45. So I can even go here and look at the suggested price. Looks like they're kind of selling it like a little bit below $20. Sometimes I use that and sometimes I don't. I'm gonna list this for 30. I think that's okay. List. So that was so quick. Let's do another one. Okay, here's an Eileen Fisher, kind of just like a sleeveless midi length dress. So let's take a photo of this. Okay, so I took the photos. We're gonna go back into ChatGPT. We're gonna do, oh, actually I'll just give them this one. Eileen Fisher, that. Done. Can you do the same with this one? Let's see what happens. This is just saving me so much time. It's unreal. Okay. So I'm gonna copy all of this. Copy, go in here, my drafts, paste. I'm gonna go back up here, copy this. Paste. Okay, Eileen Fisher charcoal sleeveless midi dress, size medium, tencel stretch knit, which That is exactly what I'm looking at. Very happy with that title. And I'm gonna say gently used. Fabric is very soft. Description. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly look through this to make sure it all makes sense. There's some great keywords in there. I'm gonna look through these features. Looks awesome. Keywords. Look at all these great keywords. See, now that, look at that. That was so quick, and it put more information than I would have been able to come up with, or I would have honestly done. I'm gonna list this. Looks like these ones are selling 39. Let's see what ChatGPT. It said to list 45 to 60, which that sounds about right. I'm gonna list it for 50. I think 50 is a good price for that. Okay, wonderful. That's done. Let's do another one. This is so much quicker than I usually do. So let's do this 360 sweater, which I've heard of 360 cashmere, but this is a wool and raccoon blend on the materials. So that's why it doesn't say 360 cashmere, but I'm pretty sure that's from the same brand. We're gonna see what ChatGPT says. So let's see. Now we're gonna go into ChatGPT and add these photos. Done. Can you do the same with this item? Okay, let's see what happens. It even picked up that it was a 360 cashmere brand. So let's see, copy. I'm gonna go to my drafts, go into the listing, paste, copy, done, paste. 360 cashmere wool blend sweater. Size large tan. I'm not gonna say fuzzy, I'm gonna say raccoon because I think that's interesting. Cozy pullover, and I'm gonna say crew neck. Copy, done. I always copy that, it's like a habit. Paste. Okay, I'm gonna read through this and see that I like it. And if I wanted to ask it for more, I'm gonna say, can you add more keywords? Can you add more keywords to this one? Look at that. So let's add this instead of that. Paste. I'm gonna read through this real quick. Designer sweater, raccoon hair blend. I mean, I think that sounds great. Done, and then we're just gonna keep going. Sweaters, crew. Size large, brand 360. Oh wait, I saw 360 sweater. We're gonna do that one. Okay, so after looking at comps, it looks like some people have the same exact sweater listed on eBay for 80. Another person had it listed for about 60. I'm gonna list mine for 80 because I think the size is good. I think it's in pretty good condition. I like the color. I feel like it's just a good piece. So I'm gonna list it for 80 and see how it does. I can always, you know, lower the price. So that was perfect. Okay, this is a vintage Victoria's Secret item. This is the gold label and it is 100% silk. So it's kind of like a long sleeve nightshirt. Like it's like a dress nightgown. Okay, so I'm gonna take these photos and then we're gonna see what ChatGPT says. Sometimes you gotta be a little bit more, okay, here it is. Perfect. So let's copy this. Copy. Go to my drafts, we'll go in here, we'll paste it in. Vintage Victoria's Secret 100% silk green blouse. Now this is like a nightgown, but maybe it wasn't able to pick that up. So sometimes you do have to go in and like, you know, tell it what to do. There. Okay, so let's see. This vintage Victoria's Secret is a rare gem in a stunning emerald green. It features a unique, and it's like right above my knee is where it hits. So I'm gonna say it hits right above knee. And I'm gonna include measurements as well. Whenever I have a pile here, and I'll sit down on the floor and put the items in little plastic bags so that they can go down in inventory. But before I put it in the plastic bag, on some of the items, I will take measurements, and that's when I'll update the listing. And I'll put the measurements in at that time. Brand, Victoria's Secret Gold Label, medium, 100% silk, deep emerald green. Likely late, look at that, it even knows like the time, likely late 80s or early 90s. And then look at all of that. How wonderful is that? I'm so happy. Okay, category, women. I have sold a lot of vintage Victoria's Secret like silk items. The Gold Label, like, it does great. So that one looks pretty similar. That one sold for 30. I'm gonna list this for 50. Let's just see what ChatGPT said 45 to 65. I'm gonna list it for 55, I think. And then I'm also gonna say, because I don't think ChatGPT picked up on this, item has shoulder pads. List. So I just listed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items in that amount of time. That probably took me 20 minutes, I would say, to list 5 items. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. I'm definitely going to be using ChatGPT probably on the majority of my listings, just because I think that it really does give a lot of good information. Again, I think it's really important to check it and to see what it's saying, because there are times when it won't say the perfect thing, or you might have to update a few things, but I think that's okay. You just have to really edit it and like reread it and make sure the information that ChatGPT is saying is correct. But overall, I think that it's extremely helpful. It's definitely a time saver. So let me know in the comments if you guys are going to start using ChatGPT, or if you are already using it and you know, maybe I'm late to the party. I don't know, but let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. If you like reselling content, definitely subscribe to my channel and like this video, do all the things, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.